God says, when the darkness of this world tries to rise against you, when the whispers of betrayal creep in from the corners you thought were safe, and when the very people you held close reveal their schemes in silence, know that I, the Lord your God, see everything. There are moments in life when your heart feels the weight of unseen battles, when the trust you gave becomes the very weapon used against you. The chats they thought were hidden have now come to light, not because of chance, but because truth can never stay buried forever. What they planned in secret will not stand, for I am the one who walks before you, and I will not let their plans prosper. Type Amen if you believe. You are not alone in this. The fear that begins to form when you hear that someone you loved or relied on has turned against you is heavy. It feels like the air gets colder, and your heart begins to wonder who you can trust. But before your thoughts run away with anxiety, let your soul remember this. I am your refuge. I am your protector. I am the one who knows the beginning from the end. Their words might have been cruel, their intentions dark, but I hold your future in the palm of my hand, not theirs. The betrayal you face may sting, but it is not the end of your story. It is a turning point. It is the moment where I step in, and you begin to see the power of my love in ways you never expected. The pain you feel is not ignored by heaven. It is seen, it is heard, and it is held with care. Just like a shepherd never leaves his sheep to the wolves, I will never leave you to be devoured by the plans of the enemy. Even when those enemies wear familiar faces, let your heart be still. I am not far. I am closer than your next breath. I am wrapping you in grace right now, steadying your spirit, whispering into the depths of your soul that this will not break you, it will make you stronger. I will use what was meant to harm you and shape it into something beautiful. Their words may have been full of poison, but my words over you are full of promise. My word never fails. Type 1111 if you trust in God. Even though you may be shaken, remember this: what they tried to do behind your back was never hidden from me. I see it all. I know their hearts. I know the deceit. I know the lies. And I will not allow you to fall victim to them. Their plan was to cause you harm, to steal your peace, to shatter your sense of security. But I am the God of peace. I am the restorer of all that is broken. Nothing they do can snatch you from my hands. When you feel the heaviness in your chest, the tightness in your throat, the tears that want to fall from your eyes, do not be afraid to bring them to me. Let them fall in my presence. I can hold your sorrow. I can carry the weight. You don't have to pretend to be strong here. You are safe with me. You are safe in my arms. I know the wound is fresh. I know the betrayal cuts deep. But I am already working on your healing even now. Sometimes I allow things to be exposed not to hurt you, but to protect you from deeper damage. I revealed their intentions not to break your spirit, but to guard it. The people you once saw as friends or allies may not walk with you into your next chapter, and that is not a loss. It is my protection. I am clearing the path ahead. I am making room for something greater. You deserve relationships that reflect my love, not hidden agendas and double tongues. So don't be afraid of tomorrow. Don't worry about what they're planning or what they think they can do. I am already there. I go before you. I stand behind you. I surround you on every side, and I will not let their plan touch you. What was meant for evil, I will turn around for your good. You may not see it yet, but it is already happening. I am working in the unseen. I am moving pieces you don't even know exist. Trust me. This is not the end for you. This is the beginning of a new level of faith, of strength, of clarity. Your spirit will grow stronger. Your discernment will sharpen. You will no longer waste your love on people who seek your downfall. Instead, you will walk in peace, in confidence, and in purpose. You will know who you are in me, and no one will be able to confuse your worth again. Keep your heart soft, even in the face of betrayal. Let me guard it. Let me guide it. Do not let their evil change the beauty I placed inside you. Do not let bitterness grow where forgiveness could heal. You don't need to fight back. Just stand still. Watch what I will do. My justice is perfect. My timing is sure. And my love for you is unshakable. Your name is written on my heart. Your tears are caught in my hands. Your pain is not in vain. I am the God who sees, and I am the God who rescues. And I will never leave you defenseless. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, I am still the one holding all things together. The ones who smiled at you while hiding motives soaked in selfishness. Their plan was crafted in shadows, but it was never hidden from my eyes, not for a second. And though it hurts to see who they really are, I need you to know that this unveiling is not your destruction, it is your deliverance. Type 222 if you believe God is protecting you right now. The truth is simple. You were created for abundance, yet a dormant brain signal has been holding you back. Scientists call it the money-attracting frequency, and once awakened, it pulls wealth into your life like never before. Others who pressed play once are already transformed, living the life they dreamed of. Do not hesitate or let regret steal this chance. Click the link in the video description and comments below to unlock your prosperity now. This pain you're walking through, the betrayal that makes your hands tremble and your thoughts spin, it is not a sign that you've been abandoned. It's a sign that I am stepping in. I saw what they were about to do. I saw how they were going to try to shift the ground beneath your feet. I saw the traps, the lies, the laughter at your expense, and so I exposed it. Because I love you too much to let you walk into a future where their presence poisons your peace. You don't need to understand everything today. You just need to breathe. You just need to let me hold the pieces that feel too fragile to carry. I know your heart is weary. I know you feel like everything around you is cracking. But what's crumbling isn't your life, it's the illusions that were never meant to stay. I'm removing what's fake. I'm revealing what's real. And though it hurts, it is necessary. You've been praying for clarity, for direction, for something real. This is part of that answer. You may feel like the ground is shifting, but I am your solid rock. I do not change. I do not waver. I am not caught off guard. I am not surprised. I've been watching, waiting, guarding, and even though you didn't see what they were doing behind your back, I did. I saw the laughter behind the masks. I heard the words in secret rooms. I felt the weight of the weapons they were building with their lies, and I have disarmed them. Their plan ends here. You are not meant to fight this alone. You don't need to figure out how to respond. You don't need to defend your name or your heart. I will do that for you. I will step into the middle of this and shield you. I will lift you above the chaos. Let them talk. Let them plot. Let them try. None of it will reach you. You are surrounded by my presence, wrapped in my peace, and covered in my protection. Type 555 if you trust Jesus is fighting this battle for you. I know what you've lost. I know what you've given. I know the love you poured into people who turned out to be unworthy of it. That love was not wasted. It was a reflection of me inside you. It showed how beautiful your heart is, even in a world that often takes more than it gives. I don't want you to harden because of this. I don't want you to build walls so high that no one can reach you. I want you to bring it all to me. The fear, the shame, the anger, the hurt. Lay it down. You were never meant to carry it alone. This isn't your fault. You didn't deserve this. You were not foolish for trusting. Love is never foolish. Trust is never weakness. It shows strength. It shows hope. It shows faith. And while they misused your goodness, I never will. I know your heart more deeply than anyone else ever could, and I treasure every piece of it. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply shedding what was false, making room for what is true. There is a new season rising. I am doing something in you that betrayal cannot stop. I am building something in you that cannot be undone by gossip or schemes. You are being refined, not ruined. You are being called higher, not cast aside. This is not the end of your story. It's the start of a greater chapter, one where my hand is unmistakable, my voice is clear, and my love for you becomes your anchor in every storm. They may have walked with you for a time, but they were never meant to stay forever. Their role in your life has ended, and that's okay. I will bring new people, ones who reflect my heart, who speak with truth, who walk in love, who know how to protect instead of plan against. Your circle may be smaller now, but it will be sacred. I will fill it with those who lift you, not tear you down, those who pray with you, not plot behind you. Even now, as you read this, I am healing places in your heart that haven't seen light in a long time. I am touching wounds that no one else even knows exist. You've cried in secret. You've smiled through pain. You've carried so much alone. But that ends today. I am here. I've always been here, and I will never leave you. Not in the silence, not in the heartbreak, not in the confusion. I am constant, so breathe deeply, beloved. Let peace return to your soul. Let stillness enter your spirit. You are not in danger, you are in my arms. The future you feared is not coming. The threat they whispered will not touch you, because I am not just watching over you, I am walking with you. Every step, every hour, every moment. Let the winds blow. Let the fires rage. Let the voices rise. I will still be here, speaking peace, calming storms, and holding you upright when you feel like falling. I will lead you to waters that restore you, to places where joy will fill you again, to people who will love you with the sincerity you've always given others. I am still your God. When you heard what they said, when the truth about their intentions hit you like a wave, I was already preparing a shelter for your heart. I do not ignore betrayal. I do not turn away from your tears. Every sharp word spoken in secret has echoed in my ears. Every step they planned has been seen by me, and I have already placed my hand between you and their schemes. Type 1212 if you walk by faith, not by sight. This 9-word phrase was once buried under government secrecy, but now it's resurfacing, sparking a global wave of prosperity stories. Experts reveal it reactivates a money magnet section of your brain most people never use. Say it once daily, and watch financial blocks vanish. But this page could vanish too. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. The pain you're carrying was not caused by strangers. That's what makes it harder to bear. They were part of your life, part of your prayers, part of your memories. You would have never imagined they'd be the ones to twist the truth, to gather against you, to build something so cold behind the warmth of their familiar voices. But this revelation is not your defeat. It is your release. You were holding on to something that looked like love but had roots of pride, envy, and deceit. I removed the mask not to hurt you, but to save you. I know what betrayal feels like. I know what it's like to be surrounded by people who say they love you, yet whose hearts are far from you. I know the sting of rejection, the ache of being misunderstood, and the quiet tears shed in the dark of night. And because I know it, I carry it with you. You are not walking through this valley alone. I walk with you. I go before you. I fight for you in places you cannot see. This moment may feel like a breaking, but in my hands, it is a turning. A new chapter is beginning. One where you are no longer weighed down by the false security of shallow friendships. One where your heart is no longer drained by the need to prove your worth to people who never saw it clearly. I am calling you to rise. Not in anger, not in revenge, but in peace, in strength, and in faith. Let me do the healing while you rest in my presence. I will take care of them. You don't need to worry about their next move. I've already canceled it. I've already broken the chain before it ever reached your door. They may gather and whisper, but they cannot override my will. What I have spoken over your life is sealed. No human voice can undo it. No private message, no careless laughter, no betrayal has the power to stop what I have begun in you. My plan for you remains. Type yes if you believe no one can stop what God has for you. There's a quiet strength I am placing inside you right now. You may not feel it yet, but it's growing. Like a seed in the soil, hidden, silent, but pushing through. Every tear you've cried has watered it. Every time you chose to stay kind when you could have lashed out, it took root deeper. This strength won't make you loud. It won't make you hard. It will make you steady. It will give you peace in the presence of your enemies. It will help you stand without shaking when the world tries to move you. I see how your trust has been shaken. I know how hard it is now to look at people without wondering what they're hiding. I understand the fear that tries to creep in, the worry that says, "What if this happens again?" But you do not have to live in fear. You are not bound to the patterns of this world. You are under my covering, and I do not fail. Trust me with your heart again. Not because others deserve it, but because I will protect it. Let your heart stay tender. Don't let bitterness take root. Bitterness is a prison, and you are meant to live free. You were not created to be hardened by life. You were made to shine, to love, to live with joy. The world may tell you that guarding yourself means shutting everyone out, but I will teach you a better way. I will give you discernment. I will show you who is true. I will place people in your life who love you with pure hearts and clean intentions. You will know them by their fruit. Let go of the need to be understood by those who cannot see the light in you. Their blindness is not your burden. I will bring people who see you through. My eyes who honor the value I placed in you, who speak life instead of lies, who protect your name instead of poison it in whispers. You won't have to try so hard anymore. You'll just be loved as you are. This season may feel like a loss, but you are not losing, you are shedding. You are not being left behind, you are being lifted. I am pruning you, and though pruning feels like pain, it prepares you for fruit. You are carrying dead branches, connections that could not go where I am taking you, and so I've removed them. Not to leave you bare, but to make room for new life, real growth, and deeper roots in me. Your heart will heal, not overnight, not in an instant, but gently, steadily, beautifully. And when you look back one day, you will not feel bitterness, only gratitude for how far I brought you, for how I protected you, for how I never let go of your hand. Even now, my arms are wrapped around you. I am catching every tear, calming every anxious thought, whispering peace over the storm in your soul. Don't rush this process. Let yourself grieve. Let yourself breathe. Healing is not weakness. Softness is not failure. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are human, and you are mine. I made your heart, and I know how to mend it. You don't need to hide the pain from me. I see it already, and I still call you beloved. Hold on to hope. This is not how your story ends. This is not the final word. There is joy coming. There is laughter again. There are mornings ahead filled with light, and nights wrapped in peace. Your enemies may watch, but they will not understand how you keep rising. That is my grace. That is my favor. That is my love carrying you forward when everything else said you'd fall. This kind of pain is heavy because it comes wrapped in memories, shared laughter, and moments you once believed were genuine. I want you to know that I see how this realization has settled into your spirit, how it has made you more cautious, more silent, and more tired than you let anyone know. I am here with you in this exact place, and I have not turned away from your sorrow. Type 2020 to claim peace and healing. Every second you wait, wealth meant for you slips into someone else's hands. A hidden brainwave, once buried in CIA files, has been proven to awaken unstoppable prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch inside your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. This is more than an opportunity, it is destiny knocking. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. You may feel like something precious has been taken from you, like trust itself has been torn from your hands. But listen closely, because nothing that truly belongs to you can ever be stolen. What they took was an illusion, not your future. What they damaged was a season, not your destiny. I am restoring you from the inside out, gently and patiently, even when you cannot yet feel it happening. Healing does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like light entering a dark room through a small opening, slowly filling every corner. I know you replay conversations in your mind, wondering when things shifted, when kindness turned into calculation, when love turned into something colder. Do not torture yourself with what you could not have known. You acted with sincerity, you spoke with honesty, you loved with a pure heart. That is never something to regret. Their choices reflect their own brokenness, not your worth. I do not measure you by how others treated you. I measure you by the love I placed within you. And that love is still alive. There is a reason I allowed this truth to surface now and not later. I was protecting you from deeper wounds that would have come if you had walked further with them. I was shielding you from paths that would have drained your spirit and dimmed your joy. Sometimes protection feels like loss at first, but in time you will see it was mercy. I am closing doors that would have led you into long seasons of confusion and pain. Even when it hurts, my hand is steady and my purpose is kind. You may feel lonely right now, even when surrounded by people, because the ones you leaned on are no longer safe places for your heart. But loneliness does not mean abandonment. I am closer to you now than you realize. In the quiet moments, when your thoughts grow loud and your heart feels heavy, that is where I meet you. I sit with you in the silence. I hold you when you feel unseen. I remind you that your life is not defined by betrayal, but by my faithfulness. There is a strength growing within you that comes from walking through this with grace instead of bitterness. You are learning to stand without needing approval, to breathe without needing constant reassurance, to trust me more deeply than ever before. This strength will not harden you. It will soften you in the right ways. It will teach you boundaries without walls, wisdom without suspicion, and peace without fear. You are becoming someone who knows their value because it is rooted in me. Type 666 if you trust Jesus with your heart and future. Do not rush yourself to feel better. Do not pressure your heart to heal on a schedule. Healing unfolds layer by layer, and I am patient with you. Some days you will feel strong, and other days you will feel the ache return unexpectedly. That does not mean you are going backward. It means you are human. Each step you take, even the shaky ones, is still a step forward. I walk beside you through all of it, never rushing, never leaving. You do not need to confront them. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to prove anything. I am your defender. I speak for you in places you will never enter. I handle conversations you will never hear. I close mouths that speak falsely and expose intentions that hide in darkness. Rest in that truth. Let go of the burden of control. What belongs in my hands will always be safer there than in yours. I am teaching you discernment, not suspicion. You will learn to recognize peace by how it feels in your spirit, not by how convincing words sound. I will guide you toward people who feel safe to your soul, who speak truth without cruelty, who stand with you even when it costs them something. These connections will not drain you. They will nourish you. They will feel different because they are different. They are sent by me. The future ahead of you is not marked by fear or loss. It is marked by clarity, growth, and quiet joy. You will laugh again without forcing it. You will trust again without losing yourself. You will love again without fear of being destroyed. This season is shaping you, not scarring you. One day you will look back and see how this moment redirected your life towards something far better than what you were holding on to. Stay close to me. Let my voice be the one that steadies you when your thoughts begin to wander. Let my presence be the place where your heart rests. You do not have to understand everything right now. You only need to trust that I am leading you somewhere safe. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked your pain. I am working, even when it feels quiet. In that space of silence and confusion, I am still here. I am not the kind of God who watches from a distance. I draw near to the brokenhearted, and right now I am sitting with you in the ache. You do not need to hold your pain alone. I carry it with you. Type 2323 if you believe God is with you right now. I know what they were trying to do. I know the laughter that followed their deception. I know the twisted thoughts they exchanged when they believed no one was listening. But I heard it all. I saw it all. And while they plotted, I prepared. While they planned destruction, I formed a shield around you that no weapon can pierce. They may think they hold power in secrets, but I am the revealer of all things hidden. I expose what needs to be exposed, not for harm, but for healing, for freedom, for the beginning of something better. The struggles you've faced were never your fault. A hidden brain frequency, once buried in secret research, has been silently holding back your wealth. Now, for the first time, it is available to you, and it only takes minutes to activate. Imagine the chains of debt breaking, the doors of opportunity opening, and your life flooding with prosperity. This chance may never return. Click the link in the video description and comments below to claim it now. I don't take betrayal lightly. It wounds deeply, especially when it comes from people you prayed for, stood beside, and trusted without hesitation. But know this, you are not foolish for loving, you are not weak for caring. You are walking in the light, and when light meets darkness, it always reveals what was hiding, what they meant to use against you, I will now use to build you. You are stepping into a new understanding not just of others, but of yourself. You are learning your strength, your resilience, and the depth of your spirit. They underestimated the power of your heart. They saw kindness and mistook it for softness. But what they didn't see was the foundation beneath you, the strength of my spirit living inside of you. You are not just held together by willpower, you are held by me. And no one, not the jealous, not the wicked, not the deceivers, can take away what I have poured into you. You are more than what they've tried to name you. You are chosen, cherished, and covered. I know you've been wondering why this had to happen. Why now? Why like this? But sometimes, I answer your prayer for protection by removing what you didn't know was harming you. You asked me for clarity, and so I showed you the truth. Not to break your heart, but to protect your spirit from deeper wounds. The truth may sting, but lies destroy, and I have no intention of watching you be destroyed. You are too precious to me. Type 1919 if you believe that God just protected you from something bigger. You may be tempted to hold on to the bitterness, to replay the wrongs, to imagine all the ways you could have responded differently. But let me free you from that weight. Vengeance is not yours to carry. It is mine, and I will handle every detail with justice that is pure and perfect. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to clear your name. Your peace is not dependent on their apology. It is anchored in me. Forgiveness doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means choosing to let go of what will only rot your joy. It means trusting me to deal with what's behind you while you walk freely into what's ahead. There's beauty waiting for you. New doors, honest love, peaceful friendships, and laughter that doesn't carry the sting of betrayal. Let go, not because they deserve it, but because you do. I have so much more for you than the people who tried to dim your light. I will surround you with those who love without envy, who speak without deceit, who walk beside you without masks. You will not always have to be on guard. You will not always have to wonder who is genuine. There will be peace in your relationships again. Trust that I can rebuild what others tried to ruin. You don't need to shrink yourself to avoid being targeted. You don't need to hide your heart to keep it safe. When I protect, it is complete. You are covered not just for today, but for every tomorrow. Your gifts, your purpose, your calling, none of it has been lost. If anything, it has been sharpened. You are clearer now. You are wiser now. And that wisdom will keep you from circles that cannot carry your light. There is a quiet miracle happening inside you. While others saw your breaking, I am creating your breakthrough. While they assumed you'd fall, I am helping you rise higher than before. They expected your silence to mean defeat, but what it really means is that you're listening for my voice, and that voice is stronger than any lie they've spoken. I am lifting your name. I am restoring your joy. I am reminding you who you are in me. Rest now. The storm has passed. You may still hear echoes of their voices, but they no longer have power. You may still feel the shadows of what was, but the light is returning. Each day will feel lighter. Each night will bring deeper peace. And soon, you will look back, not with pain, but with gratitude. Because what the enemy meant to destroy you, I used to deliver you. The tears you cried in secret are not wasted. They are watering seeds you didn't even know were planted. Seeds of healing, of purpose, of deep, unshakable joy. In due time, those seeds will bloom. You'll see beauty rise from this. Not because you forced it, but because I promised it. And I never break a promise. So hold on, stay close. Let me keep shaping your heart with gentleness, not hardness. Let me continue to write your story, not the ones who betrayed you, not the ones who walked away, not the ones who lied. They are not the authors of your life. I am. And the next chapter is filled with light, hope, and peace that no one can take from you. The people who gathered in whispers against you, those who tried to use what you shared in trust as weapons in secret, will not prevail. What they formed with malice will return to nothing. You may have heard the words they thought would never reach you, but I allowed it for a reason. Nothing escapes me. I opened your eyes not to punish you, but to protect you before their harm reached further. Type Amen if you believe that God is your shield. The heartbreak you're carrying is heavy, but I am lifting it little by little. Every day that you choose to lean on me instead of resentment, every moment you resist the urge to retaliate, every time you cry in silence but choose to keep walking, I see it all. Nothing you are doing to keep your heart pure in this pain is wasted. It is shaping you. It is building something in you that will last far beyond this storm. What if you could unlock a secret brainwave that top scientists discovered inside the hippocampus, the very switch that signals wealth and abundance? Hidden from the public for decades, this breakthrough can rewire your mind to attract prosperity faster than you imagined. Picture the stress of bills replaced with financial freedom and new opportunities. Every delay is a missed blessing, and those who act now are already walking into the wealth you deserve. Step forward before the door closes. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate this ancient money wave and step into abundance today. Their plan was real. Their words were sharp. Their intentions were dark. But I, your God, am brighter than all of it. I am the light that exposes every hidden plot. I am the hand that blocks every weapon before it strikes. And I am the father who wraps his arms around his child when the world becomes cruel. You are not a victim of what they planned. You are a survivor of what I stopped. You are walking proof that my protection goes deeper than human betrayal. Sometimes, I allow you to see the truth because you've been living with a false version of people, and that false version was limiting your peace. You couldn't grow fully around those who were secretly rooting against you. You couldn't walk in joy while their energy pulled at your spirit. I allowed the mask to fall so you could see clearly, so you could finally be free. This is not just the end of an old connection. This is the beginning of a fresh start. Type 222 if you are ready to walk into your new beginning with God. You may feel empty right now, but what feels like emptiness is actually space. Space I've made in your life for better, safer, more truthful love. Space for peace that doesn't make you question its intentions. Space for joy that isn't overshadowed by secrets. I will fill what has been emptied. I will restore what was stolen. And I will give you beauty in exchange for the ashes you've been holding. The silence that follows betrayal can feel unbearable. You wonder if anyone sees your pain, if anyone truly understands what it feels like to be torn apart by those you once called your own. But I understand. I understand it in a way no one else can. I carried the weight of betrayal too. I was kissed by one who walked with me, only to be handed over to those who hated me. I know how deep that pain cuts. And that's why I am so close to you now. I do not leave you alone in this. Let me do the healing. You do not need to rush your recovery. You do not need to pretend you're fine. It's okay to feel. It's okay to hurt. But while you feel, know this: I am still working. I am already rebuilding what was broken. I am already gathering the pieces you thought were lost forever. Nothing about this moment will be wasted. The pain will pass, but the wisdom will remain. The tears will dry, but the strength will stay. And while you heal, I will protect you. You do not need to worry about what they're saying now. Let them talk. Let them spin stories. Let them find comfort in their echo chambers. Their words have no power here. Their intentions stop at the boundary of my grace. I am the final authority over your life, not them. They cannot write your ending. I already have. I will never allow evil to have the last word over your story. I always reserve the last word for myself, and it is always filled with redemption, with mercy, with purpose. You may feel like this chapter is messy, but I promise it is not the end. Turn the page with me. Trust that what's next will not look like what you've just walked through. It will be clearer, softer, lighter, safer. Your heart was meant to love deeply, to trust sincerely, to give without fear, and that beauty still lives in you. Do not silence it because others could not receive it well. Their inability to hold your heart with care is not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their own emptiness. Do not take back what I gave you as a gift. Your love is not weakness. It is power wrapped in tenderness, and it will bless the right people in the right time. In the coming days, you will begin to see more clearly. You will feel your energy return. You will hear my voice more easily. The fog they caused will lift. The confusion will fade. What seemed like an ending will start to feel like a rescue. You will smile without heaviness. You will breathe without pain in your chest. And it will not be because they apologized or changed it. Will be because you allowed me to bring you back to life. So let go, not in despair, but in surrender. Let go of what you cannot fix. Let go of who will not change. Let go of trying to understand hearts that were never honest. You do not need their clarity. You only need my presence. And my presence is right here. I am whispering into the storm inside you, calling peace to come. I am speaking over your future, declaring that it will not be touched by the shadows of your past. This is the moment where I trade your mourning for joy, your ashes for beauty, your heaviness for praise. You may have walked into this season feeling broken, but you are walking out whole. You may have entered with tears, but you will exit with laughter. Not forced laughter, but laughter that flows from a place of healing, of restoration, of deep, unshakable peace. But I am here to remind you, none of that is true. You are not alone. You have never been forgotten. You are not just seen. You are deeply known and endlessly loved. What others used to break you, I will use to bless you. Their plan was not stronger than my purpose. Their betrayal cannot overrule my favor upon your life. Type 1111 if you trust in God's plan for your life. This season has felt like walking through fire, and not the kind that lights your way, but the kind that burns quietly, slowly, beneath the surface. You've kept going, even with a heart weighed down by disappointment. You've carried yourself with grace, while your spirit begged for rest. I have watched every moment, and I have not been silent. I've been holding you together when you didn't know how you were still standing. That strength you thought was yours alone was my spirit upholding you. A mysterious 9-word prayer once sealed inside a private government vault is now resurfacing, and people everywhere are seeing financial breakthroughs overnight. Experts say it triggers a long, silent part of the human brain responsible for abundance and wealth attraction. It takes less than 30 seconds to repeat, yet it's turning struggle into prosperity. Thousands are reporting cleared loans, sudden cash inflows, and unexpected blessings. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears again. The truth they tried to hide has been brought into the light. And though that light has exposed what hurt you, it is also revealing what can no longer stay in your life. I allowed you to see what was being done behind your back so that I could pull you forward without carrying dead weight. What was whispered in hidden places I heard clearly. What was typed in secret, I saw fully. You did not need to fight for that truth, it rose to the surface on its own, because I am a God of justice. You may wonder why it had to be this way. Why it came through the people you once trusted most. But some lessons can only be learned in the space where pain meets faith. This heartbreak is not a punishment. It is a clearing. I am removing what no longer aligns with where I am leading you. You asked for peace, for purpose, for new beginnings. But sometimes new beginnings require hard endings. It is not cruelty, it is preparation. Type yes if you're ready for what God is preparing for you. I am teaching you that peace does not come from people, it comes from me. I am showing you that your value is not defined by how others treat you, but by who I created you to be. Even if every person turned away, my love remains. Even if every voice speaks against you, my voice still calls you mine. Let me be the one who fills the places they left empty. Let me become your first response, not your last resort. I know there's a part of you that still wants to believe the best about them, that wants to hold on to hope they didn't mean it, that maybe they'll change. But part of growth is accepting that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people come as lessons, others as tests, and a few as blessings. Trust me to show you which is which. You are not failing by letting go. You are finally choosing peace over performance. Don't let this betrayal silence your voice. Don't let it make you afraid to love again, to open your heart again, to trust again. Your tenderness is not the problem, their dishonesty was. Do not carry guilt for being genuine in a world that sometimes rewards manipulation. Your softness is sacred to me. It reflects my heart. I created you with compassion and depth, and I will never ask you to bury that to survive. The pain will not last forever. The ache in your chest, the heaviness in your spirit, it is already loosening. I am replacing it with stillness. You may not even notice the moment it happens, but one day soon you will look up and realize that peace has returned. Not because things went back to how they were, but because you let me carry what you couldn't. This is your rebuilding season, and I will build with mercy. I will restore with gentleness. There will be no rush, only grace. You are not behind. You are not too broken. You are not lost. You are exactly where I knew you would be, and I am here, waiting with open arms. You don't have to explain anything to me. Just be still and let me love you back to life. I will walk with you through every difficult memory. I will sit beside you in every quiet moment. I will speak when your mind feels loud with fear, and I will silence the voices that are not from me. My child, you are safe now. Their plan is finished. Their influence is cut off. Their words will not reach where I am taking you. You are stepping into sacred ground. There are people waiting in the next season of your life who will honor you, protect you, and value you without hidden agendas. They will not compete with you, but grow with you. You will not have to wonder if their kindness is real. It will be evident in how they treat your heart. These are the relationships I am preparing, ones that reflect my love and build you up instead of break you down. Until then, let me be enough. Let me be your comfort when the nights still feel long. Let me be your assurance when your heart is tempted to slip back into doubt. I am steady. I am constant. I am never confused about who you are or what you deserve. I called you worthy before anyone else could label you otherwise, and I have not changed my mind. Let this be the season where you learn to rest, not just in silence but in security, the kind that only comes from knowing that you are fully known and still fully loved. You are not a project I don't need to fix you. I am simply restoring what was always meant to be whole. You are not too far gone. You are not too much. You are mine, and I love you. And I want you to hear me clearly now. None of it was in vain. None of it was wasted. I saw it all, and I never once turned my face away from your pain. I was there the entire time, holding you when you thought no one noticed. Type 555 if you believe God has never left your side. The betrayal you uncovered was never about your failure. It was a reflection of their brokenness. They acted out of jealousy, fear, and insecurity, not because you lacked anything, but because your light reminded them of what they had chosen to bury. The evil plan they made in secret was not stronger than my protection. They wanted to see you fall. They wanted to see you silenced. But instead, I'm raising you up. I am making your voice louder. I am placing peace in your life they cannot touch. What they meant for evil, I am already turning for good. Every dark word they spoke is being unraveled by my truth. Every false step they took toward harming you is being redirected by my hand. I allow the enemy to move only so far before I step in and say, no more. And now, that moment has come. I've drawn the line. I've sealed the path behind you. What they did cannot follow you into what I'm about to release. Buried deep in forgotten archives, a 9-word phrase once hidden from the public is now transforming ordinary lives. Neuroscientists call it a wealth frequency activator because it awakens a part of the brain that naturally draws prosperity. It takes just seconds to speak, but the change can last a lifetime. People are waking up debt-free and financially secure. The page could vanish at any moment. Click the link before it's gone for good. You don't need to understand why people turn. You don't need to carry the weight of their betrayal in your chest. I have already lifted it. You may feel the sting, yes, but you will not carry the wound forever. I am pouring healing into the cracks they left behind. I am restoring what they tried to destroy. They cannot undo what I've spoken over your life. Their actions do not define your future, I do. Type 1212 if you walk by faith and not by what you see. I know it's hard to open your heart again. I know that even now, you question everyone who draws close. You wonder if they too will one day twist their love into something dangerous. But I want you to know that not every hand is harmful. Not every voice is false. There are still those I've prepared for you, people who carry light in their words, who give without taking, who love without hidden motives. I will lead you to them in time. For now, let me be enough. Let me remind you what safety feels like. Let me show you that love does not have to hurt, that true connection does not drain, but fills. That peace is not something you have to earn, it is something I give freely. You don't have to walk around protecting yourself anymore. I will protect you. I will guard your heart until it's strong enough to beat without fear again. This season is not meant to break you. It is meant to birth something new. You are not stuck in sorrow, you are being set apart. You are not wandering, you are being led into purpose. What feels like loss is actually clearing space for something divine. You are shedding falsehood, and what remains will be pure, steady, and real. Your spirit has been through the fire, And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still believing. That is strength, that is courage, that is faith, and I honor it. I am not disappointed in your tears. I do not frown upon your questions. I welcome your broken prayers. Bring them all to me. Nothing you feel is too much for me. I don't just want the strong version of you. I want the real one. So be real with me. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me what you're afraid of. Tell me what you lost, what you miss, what you can't seem to let go of. I can handle it. I will never use your pain against you. I will never shame you for needing time to heal. I will sit with you in the waiting. I will carry you through the quiet. You may not see what I'm building yet, but you will. You may not feel the change right now, but it's coming. Every day you choose to trust instead of despair, to forgive instead of hate, to stay soft instead of turning cold. That is transformation. That is the miracle. And it's already happening in you. I want you to stop replaying the past in your mind. Stop rehearsing what you could have said, what you should have seen, what you might have done differently. You did your best with what you knew. You loved with sincerity. You walked with honesty. That is enough. Let the rest fall away. I am not asking you to carry guilt. I am asking you to release it. Let me take the memories that torment you. Let me handle the people you don't understand. Let me finish the battle you don't need to fight anymore. There's a new chapter ahead. And this time, you will walk in without fear. You will breathe without the weight of suspicion. You will laugh without second-guessing the sound of your own joy. The tables are turning. The plans of the wicked are unraveling. What they plotted will collapse under its own weight. And you will rise not with pride, but with peace. Not with revenge, but with restoration. Your hands will be clean. Your heart will be full. And my favor will rest on you like never before. They tried to bury you in silence, but I am raising you in glory. They thought they were writing your ending, but I am writing your beginning. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them be confused by how you keep shining. They won't understand it, but you will. You'll know it was me. It was always me. And though it felt like no one noticed what you were going through, I did. I noticed every silent sigh, every tear you wiped before anyone could see, every time you whispered to me, asking why it had to be this way. I was there. I am still here. Type Amen if you believe God is still holding you together. They thought they were building something strong in their secrecy, as if their plans were invisible to heaven. But nothing escapes my sight. While they were plotting, I was protecting. While they were conspiring, I was already canceling what they hoped would harm you. I have always been steps ahead, always placing my hands over your future, never once allowing their intentions to override my promises. You may have heard their words, seen their conversations, and felt the weight of their actions, but you never carried it alone. This part of your journey may feel unfamiliar. You're learning to navigate life without people you once depended on. You're trying to find your footing now that trust feels like something fragile instead of something natural. But that's okay. Healing doesn't require you to understand everything. It just asks you to take one breath at a time, to trust that I will keep walking with you through the discomfort, through the silence, through the confusion, until joy returns to your soul. This betrayal did not ruin your future. If anything, it rescued you from a road that would have led to deeper pain. Sometimes, I allow painful truth to surface because I don't want you building your life around what was never real. I won't let you continue pouring love into a space where it's met with poison. You are worth too much for that. You are not meant to settle for people who only appear loyal when it benefits them. You deserve sincerity, not masks. Type 2323 if you believe God is bringing you into a safer place. What if a simple 7-minute sound frequency could awaken a forgotten brain signal designed to pull wealth toward you like a magnet? Backed by shocking CIA files and neuroscience, this discovery is now changing lives everywhere. Think of debts melting away, promotions arriving, and abundance flowing freely. This is the one moment that can rewrite your future, but only if you claim it now, because hesitation will only keep you chained to the same struggles. Click the link in video description and comments below to experience the hidden wealth wave and let your financial destiny shift in your favor today. Their plan was made in the shadows, but I dwell in the light. And wherever I am, truth wins. You don't need to seek revenge. You don't need to make them see your worth. You don't need to explain what they already chose to ignore. Your value does not decrease because someone misjudged you. What I placed inside of you still stands. Your kindness, your spirit, your purpose, your voice, it all still lives. They cannot take what they didn't give, and I never revoke what I give. Even now I am lifting burdens from your shoulders, ones you've carried in silence, ones you thought were yours to bear. You've felt responsible for things that were never your fault. You've blamed yourself for not seeing through their lies sooner. But I never asked you to see everything. I asked you to trust me, and you did. And because you trusted me, I'm stepping in. I'm healing what was wounded. I'm restoring what was taken, and I'm setting you free from guilt that was never yours. It's okay if some days still feel heavy. That doesn't mean you're not healing. Healing is not a race. It's a sacred process. There is no shame in needing time. There is no weakness in needing rest. You've endured so much, yet you're still here. Still open to me, still breathing, still hoping, even if only in a small way. And that hope, no matter how small, is enough for me to work with. I take what little you have left and multiply it into something holy. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too damaged to be loved again. You are not too far from joy. In fact, joy is already moving in your direction. New beginnings are not just coming, they've already started. You may not feel them yet, but every tear that falls, every moment you surrender the pain to me, every step you take forward, no matter how small, is proof that something new is rising. I am teaching you to love yourself again, to trust your heart, to believe in your worth not because others finally see it, but because you now understand that my love was never based on their approval. I've loved you from the beginning, before the lies, before the pain, before the betrayal, and that love has never changed, not even for a second. There is a strength in you that no one can take. It was formed in the fire. It grew in the silence. It blossomed in the middle of your breaking. And now, it will carry you into everything I've planned for you. You will not just recover, you will rise. You will not just move on, you will move forward, with clarity, with purpose, and with joy that stays. Let go of the bitterness. I know it knocks at your door. I know it tries to make its home in your heart, but don't let it in. You weren't created to carry that kind of weight. Forgiveness is not about forgetting. It's about freeing your soul from the prison their actions tried to build. You can forgive without trusting them again. You can release them without returning to what once hurt you. I will give you peace that protects you. I will surround you with people who bring light, not darkness. I will fill the places they left empty. You will not stay in this space of loss. You are walking toward fullness, and I will make sure nothing from this past season follows you into the next, unless it is meant to bless you. This is your moment to breathe again, to rest without fear, to trust that I am who I say I am. I don't make promises I don't keep. I don't start stories I don't intend to finish. And I will finish this one with redemption, with joy, and with healing that reaches every part of you. So lift your head, not because the pain is gone, but because I am carrying it with you. Look ahead, not because you understand what's next, but because you trust that I do. Let your heart soften again, not for them, but for yourself, for your peace, for your freedom, for the beautiful things I'm about to place in your life. You've tried to stay strong through it, tried to hold everything together while feeling like everything is falling apart. I know how it feels to be the one who always gives, the one who believes the best, the one who carries love without limits only to be met with betrayal from those you least expected. But I need you to know something very clearly. This heartbreak is not where your story ends. It is simply the place where I begin something new. Type 222 if you believe God is doing something new in your life. The exposure you faced, the truth you never saw coming, the words you wish you never had to hear, it's okay to admit it broke you for a moment. You are human, and your heart was never meant to carry pain like that alone. I never asked you to carry it alone. I've been by your side the entire time, quietly comforting, gently covering, waiting for the moment your spirit would look up again. And now that you have, even if just slightly, I am ready to lead you forward into something softer, something stronger, something sacred. The people who conspired behind your back underestimated one thing: they forgot who your Father is. They forgot that no plan can stand when I step into the middle of it. They forgot that the one they tried to break is the one I chose to protect. You are not forgotten. You are not defenseless. You are not left to pick up the pieces on your own. I am already arranging every part of your life into something whole again. Their plan may have made noise, but my protection made peace. Type 666 if you trust Jesus to protect you from every plan of the enemy. What if the missing piece to financial success wasn't luck, but a hidden frequency inside your brain waiting to be switched on? Once activated, this ancient signal unleashes waves of prosperity, opening doors to opportunities you never thought possible. From sudden windfalls to long-awaited breakthroughs, it's transforming lives daily. Want to see how? Click the link in the video description and comments below to tap into the money magnet brainwave and begin your journey today. Others are already awakening this hidden signal and watching their lives transform. Do not be the one left behind while abundance passes you by. I don't need you to prove anything to anyone. I don't need you to respond with fire or defend your name to people who never intended to understand your heart. Your character does not need to be rescued by your own hands. I will take care of it. I will speak for you in rooms you will never enter. I will silence the lies, not with anger, but with truth that stands without force. I will restore your name, your peace, and your joy in ways they will not be able to comprehend. Let them be confused. Let them wonder how you keep standing, how you keep smiling, how you keep rising even after what they did. They won't understand, but you will. You will know it was my hand, it was my spirit. It was my love holding you through the quiet moments no one else saw. And because of that love, you're still here. Not broken beyond repair, but rebuilding, layer by layer, into something unshakable. You see, I don't just repair, I restore. And I don't restore halfway. I bring back what was stolen, and then some. The joy that left your heart, the rest that hasn't visited your soul in so long, the confidence that was shaken, I am restoring it all, slowly, gently, but completely. You don't have to fight for your healing. Just rest in my presence. I will carry the weight. You just breathe and stay close to me. I know you still have days when the pain returns without warning, when memories hit harder than expected, when your heart clenches at the sound of a voice or the mention of a name. Don't be discouraged by those moments. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs that your heart is still tender, and a tender heart is a heart I can work with. Don't rush your healing. There's no finish line to reach, no standard you have to meet. Just stay with me, one moment at a time. You are not behind. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are being made new. Every quiet tear you've cried is being gathered, not ignored. I've counted them. I've caught them. I've held you through them. And I promise, not one drop will be wasted. I will use it all. I will turn it into strength, into compassion, into testimony. The very place they tried to bury you will become the place I grow something beautiful. You don't need to wait for them to acknowledge what they did to move on.